Strategy. Shout out to Sasha Dyer for coming up with the strategy. Now, I ain't saying it's easy, cause focus is something you have to be. It ain't no better feeling than setting your own salary. Hey, you can be your own bank and take your time while you're learning it. Where you about to be is not where you reside currently. We gon' teach you how to compound it while you're earning it. It's that new type of money, that's a different type of currency. Hey, you can be your own bank and take your time while you're learning it. Where you about to be is not where you reside currently. We gon' teach you how to compound it while you're earning it. It's that new type of money, it's that new. Hopefully by now you understand, but if you don't, we got you. You gotta make up in your mind, you ain't gon' let nothing stop you. We gon' break that thing down till you simple and proper, and let you know you were created to dominate and prosper. And we just tryna help somebody, we ain't tryna convince you. But it kinda hard to believe if you still ain't interested. Put your money in the bank, but it won't collect no interest. We can show you how to make your funds have a higher percentage. We gon' take action, we ain't capping it for real, y'all. Come learn another way that you can pay your bills on. Pull out your phone or your computer after you hear this song. Tap in to be your own bank, movement.com. Hey, you can be your own bank and take your time while you're learning it. Where you about to be is not where you reside currently. We gon' teach you how to compound it while you're earning it. It's that new type of money, that's a different type of currency. Hey, you can be your own bank.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Drop those affirmations in the chat as you log on this evening. I'm telling you, if somebody's not on this call, you want to get them on now.
Where you about to be is not where you reside currently. We gon' teach you how to compound it while you're earning it. It's that new type of money, it's that new key currency.
We're going to get started in just a few minutes. But drop those affirmations in the chat, log in, and make sure that nobody misses this call. I'm telling you, we want to get them on the line this evening.
Responders. We make our subs differently because our subs can make a difference.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Drop it in the chat where you're calling in from. We'll get started here in just a moment. And welcome, welcome, welcome everyone to BYOB Market Talks.
BYOB, yeah. Hey, you can be your own bank and take your time while you're learning it. Where you about to be is not where you reside currently. We gon' teach you how to compound it while you're earning it. It's that new type of money, that's a different type of currency. Hey, you can be your own bank and take your time while you're learning it. Where you about to be is not where you reside currently. We gon' teach you how to compound it while you're earning it. It's that new type of money, it's that new key currency. Hey, first of all, let me tell you about the business. Mr. Jerry D. Rogers, he the one that had the vision. Educate and impact at least 2 million. Now it's 4 years later and we still on the mission. Yeah, we talking 2 million families, shifting their perspectives mentally and financially. How many of y'all like being broke? Never mind, don't answer me. But if money is your problem, then actually we got the answer key. Enroll, learn, and profit. It's simple, don't make it challenging. Shout out to Sasha Dyer for coming up with the strategy. Now, I ain't saying it's easy, cause focus is something you have to be. It ain't no better feeling than setting your own salary. Hey, you can be your own bank and take your time while you're learning it. Where you about to be is not where you reside currently. We gon' teach you how to compound it while you're earning it. It's that new type of money, that's a different type of currency. Hey, you can be your own bank and take your time while you're learning it. Where you about to be is not where you reside currently. We gon' teach you how to compound it while you're earning it. It's that new type of money, it's that new. Hopefully by now you understand, but if you don't, we got you. You gotta make up in your mind, you ain't gon' let nothing stop you. We gon' break that thing down till you simple and proper, and let you know you were created to dominate and prosper. And we just tryna help somebody, we ain't tryna convince you. But it kinda hard to believe if you still ain't interested. Put your money in the bank, but it won't collect no interest. We can show you how to make your funds have a higher percentage. We wanna take action, we ain't capping it for real, y'all. Come learn another way that you can pay your bills on. Pull out your phone or your computer after you hear this song. Tap in to be your own bank, movement.com. Hey, you can be your own bank and take your time while you're learning it. Where you about to be is not where you reside currently. We gon' teach you how to compound it while you're earning it. It's that new type of money, that's a different time while you're learning it. Where you about to be is not where you reside currently. We gon' teach you how to compound it while you're earning it. It's that new type of money, that's that new king currency.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. This is Tasha M. Dyer, the Trade Whisperer. Oh, let's get this recording going. This is Tasha M. Dyer, the Trade Whisperer, creator of the BYOB Cash Out Strategy. And I am actually excited to be here with each and every last one of you all this evening. So drop it in the chat. As you log in. Drop it in the chat. Let me know where you're calling in from, along with those affirmations. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Good evening. Drop it in the chat. I promise you, you want to have that excitement. Hello. Oh, thank you. I'll take my birthday wishes now. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. So let me see. Minnesota, good evening. I see you, Minnesota. Essex, UK, good evening. Oak Hill, Wisconsin, Jacksonville, Conyers, good evening. Milwaukee, Toledo, good evening. Ohio, Milwaukee, okay, Milwaukee. Hey, South Carolina, how you doing? Good evening. New York. Drop it in the chat where you calling in from. And what I can tell you right now, what you want to do, if you know someone that needs to be on this call, you want to call them right now. You want to send a text, Sky, mail, I don't care what it is. You want to make sure when we talk about life changing, we talk about, when I'm telling you right now, when we talk about life changing information, you're talking about just shifting legacy change. This is where you want to be. Be your own bank, BYOB. This is the largest economic empowerment movement in the history of mankind. So you want to make sure you are walking in that. I am an educated trader anointed for wealth. I am the signal. All my trades in and profit, I am 777. And you want to drop it in the chat. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if this is your first time with us here this evening, let me get a 111 in the chat. Let me get that 111. If you are still learning how to cash out, let me get a 222. If you are, if you are compounding, if you are cashing out, 777. And if you are compounding, let me get an 888. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, and welcome back. Welcome, and welcome back. I see you guys. I see you. All right. Well, let me officially welcome each and every last one of you. I see you guys cashing out. Let me officially welcome each and every last one of you all to BYOB Market Talks. Once again, you want to send that Sky mail, I'm telling you right now, because let me walk you through something. We started this movement 4 years ago, a little bit over 4 years ago. And what we did, why do we affirm on each and every single call? Because that mindset is the key to your success. You have to see it before you see it. And when I tell you God will do exceedingly and abundantly more things than you can ever have or even imagine, because the goal, the destination where we thought we were going was to make sure that families' lives were financially educated and impacted around the world, that legacies were going to be shifted, that information was going to be received, that people will remove those financial blinders. And that's ultimately what our goal was. And when I tell you we walked, the visionary and myself, we sat down at a table, he laid it out, he wrote it on a napkin, and I'm telling you, we went to work in that moment, because that, ladies and gentlemen, is where the movement was birthed. And so as we move forward, as we fast forward, the things that have transpired, the 2 million families, the things that are transpired, the app, the things that are transpiring, the card, your prepaid card, get your card if you don't have your card. Get your card if you don't have your card, because I'm going to drop something else on you here, coming here soon after this announcement. But I just want to make sure that each and every last one of you, I'm telling you, if you have not registered for an event, you want to make sure that you do that. Those expos are going down this weekend, and I'm telling you, you want to make sure that you are there. You want to bring someone. If you are in flying distance, I didn't say driving distance, I said flying distance. There is nothing like being present. There is nothing like being in the movement. There is nothing like being in the presence of where excellence takes place, because this is ultimately where it is going to begin for you. And so, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, I'm just excited to be here because once again, things have shifted and things are elevating, right? This is the year of elevation and acceleration. And so before I go any further, let me tell you right now, I have the pleasure, the honor, and I am just excited to do so, to go ahead and turn this call over, because I'm excited because I want you to hear it from the visionary himself. When he sat down with me, what he laid out, the vision, what he wanted to manifest, it is coming to pass and exceeding and going much further. And I am so excited because who was in mind in that conversation? Who was in mind? It was you. And so I'm excited to turn this call over to none other than our BYOB movement worldwide visionary, Mr. Gerald D. Rogers. Mr. Rogers, are you on the line?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, I can. And this call is yours.
Thank you so much, Ms. Dyer, for greeting our guests this evening. And ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I want to salute each and every one of you for being present in the moment, because when we started this movement on January 11, 2018, the creator of all the universe had you in mind, because through wherever your path has led you to this point, you know, God specifically ordained you to be able to participate in this amazing moment. And I want to give kudos to our amazing educators who diligently make sure that you have the opportunity to sharpen your skill set. A group of individuals that are completely committed to your success. And I want you to understand, as a leader, the most valuable asset that any leader can have is the people that God has entrusted for him to serve. Notice what I did not say, not for him to lead, but him to serve. And these amazing individuals who serve your families each and every week. First of all, before we dive into this information, if you are excited about the consistency, the integrity of the leaders, the educators who impart with you every single week, week in and week out, without any reservation, I need you to drop a 777 in the chat if you are grateful and appreciative and thankful for them being so diligent, making sure that they sharpen their skill set so they can pour to you. Yes, I just want to salute them, because this moment, it's all about you and your families. And I am so appreciative, and I'm just thankful to God that he would bless me with such stellar individuals that as I continue to try to forge a way and create new opportunities for each and every one of us, they are manning the wall. They are fighting for your families. So I want to salute each and every one of our educators. And obviously tonight is a little different because we could not hold this information any longer. We could not hold this information any more longer. So as we began to talk about, as we closed out 2021 and heading into 2022, we were speaking into the future, into your future. We were talking about 2022 is the year of elevation and acceleration. And as we began to just kind of look how we could add additional things to make your business easier, we were able to forge that amazing partnership with MasterCard, with a prepaid debit card, giving you the opportunity to expose individuals to this information with level of comfort, understanding that the credibility that the movement represents. And then we were able to add our amazing app that gives you on-the-go intel and information, accountability, things that you need on the go. So everything that we've done this far has always been with you and the people that you're led to serve in your communities, globally as well as locally. And then, ladies and gentlemen, I am excited tonight to introduce to you something that, by the grace of God, we've been able to allow all of you as our family to participate at the forefront. Yes. Imagine this. Many of us have always wondered what it would feel like to be at the nucleus, at the inception of something that's amazing. And no matter what is transpiring right now, we are in the advent and adding, and that this industry is continually expanding. And when I say expanding, we're talking about the advent of the addition of digital currency and everything that digital currency represents, metaverse, NFTs, and things of that nature. And now, ladies and gentlemen, you now have the opportunity to walk alongside with us and be with us as we are officially launching our own digital currency. Yes, BYOB is now in the crypto digital space as a organization, as a movement. And our token is now called Kingdom Currency. Not only are you now able to participate and walk alongside with us, but we also took it to a next dimension. So we're releasing our digital token as well as our own exchange. And this is very unique for each and every one of us. I want you to understand. I want you to give you some understanding, because we are in an alignment with some of the most credible. Man, I just got so excited, I lost my thought process for a second. Exchanges in the world. Yes, you're familiar with BNB, Binance, FTX, FTX.com. Yes, Kraken. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, as of tonight, you get an opportunity to participate in the pre-purchase phase of Kingdom Currency. So why is it so important? What makes this different? Well, I want to give you a thought process behind digital currency. I want you to think about all the digital currencies that you may be familiar with at this present time. What do they actually do? Yes, we're excited about the fact that we're going to be able to generate some tremendous amounts of revenue, but our token, why would you want to engage and become akin to this token? Because it's a token with a purpose. It is a token with a purpose. So not only we have a digital currency in the marketplace, but it has a true purpose behind taking this token to the marketplace. And as we get an opportunity to do good for ourselves, we also get the opportunity to do well. So there are 4 pillars that this token is designed to help in our communities. Yes, from day one, it is our mission, it is our purpose to ensure that 60% of the proceeds that this token generates, it goes into 4 buckets. The first bucket is we want to ensure that HBCUs, historically Black universities and colleges, are now in a position where they're going to have permanent funding because of this token. So every time someone purchases the token, yes, out of every dollar, 15 cents will ensure that HBCUs have permanent funding. The second, we want to ensure that ministries and not-for-profits who are doing great work also have the financial capability to continue to work in their communities, locally and abroad. Yes. Number 3, for those who have had the opportunity, for us, particularly here in the United States, we have so many freedoms and perks, and it's all because of our amazing veterans, those who have served. And we know that many veterans have served their country, but when they extract themselves from that military service, there's a big gap when they transition. So we want to fulfill and put them in a position where they're transitioning properly to ensure they have the continuation of the things that they were experienced. And then the fourth pillar, the purpose, a token with a purpose, is to ensure that many of us, as we're heading into a new space from green energy to solar farming, we want to make sure that we're on the cutting edge to participate in a whole new evolution of the economy as well. So the digital currency space, many of you know the numbers speak for themselves, projected to be the $40 trillion over the next 60 months. And then the green energy space. And then think about it. We're talking about empowerment. We're talking about true empowerment to ensure that for those who have a desire to excel at a collegiate level, HBCU, historically Black universities, then we're going to be that gap. We're going to take ownership because this is a token with a purpose. So ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you Kingdom Currency. Tonight, you will have the opportunity to be one of the first to receive, to purchase, and be excited about as we take this token with a purpose. And mark my words, this is the preferred token in the entire universe. Kingdom currency is the preferred token in the entire universe. And I speak it to you. I speak it to those who are listening, no matter when you hear this information. Kingdom currency is the preferred token in the entire universe. How am I able to speak this with such clarity, such authority? Because on January 11th, 2018 at 7:30 p.m., many of you listening to my voice had no idea that I spoke a word that this is the largest economic empowerment movement in the history of mankind. And here we are on the 17th of May, 2022. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Kingdom currency is now. So I speak this, I release this in your personal mind, your household, that God is no respecter of person, and the visions that he's given you, this is how you're going to fulfill it, have impact in your communities, change the dynamic of your legacy, and kingdom currency is the token that's going to usher you and accelerate you, elevate you to your next dimension. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kingdom Currency. And I'll turn this call back over to Ms. Dyer. Ms. Dyer, are you there?
I am. Are you excited? Oh my gosh, are you excited? And ladies and gentlemen, let me get that fire emoji. You know, I'm like, oh, let me get a 555, but we're gonna roll with our fire emoji, right? Let's get that in the chat. Now, if you are ready to get registered, if you are ready to set up, if you are ready, keep dropping those fire emojis. You know, keep dropping it in there, because we're gonna definitely go ahead and we're gonna show you exactly how you can participate and how you can do this. There they go. I love it. And I want you to understand, this is about you. So just imagine you are able to put you and your family in a position to where not only can you invest in yourself, not only can you secure your future, not only can you do that, but now you are also in a position to where you can give back at the exact same time while you're doing so. Now, isn't that exciting? I know it is. So ladies and gentlemen, here is the website that you are going to go to. And this is kingdomcurrency.exchange. All right. So it is kingdomcurrency.exchange. Now I'm going to walk you through a few things that are very important for registration. I'm going to walk you through just a few things. And as we walk through that, right, what I'm going to do, so you can have it up, come back, watch the replay, do what you need to do. But let's just walk you through exactly what's required. So first and foremost, okay, you're going to come here to kingdomcurrency.exchange. All right, guys. Now that's .exchange. Now, of course, I can come down here and click my getting started button, but let me just walk you through the site for just a moment, and then we're going to walk through this. All right, where it talks about kingdom currency, this is a token with a purpose. So what you have the opportunity to do is serve while earning. So you get to give back to your community with BYOB. Now, I know that's definitely something you can definitely get excited about. And of course, we have some validators. I want you to just really take a look at the people, the lives that they have led to where they are actually backing this token and backing what we're doing, the purpose behind it, to where they completely believe in it. And I just want you to come through and read about the credibility that these individuals have, to why it's so important. You're right. If you're going to get behind something, when you look at who's validating it, it's of success. So we literally just open this up where you can actually participate. So when we say that you are definitely on the beginning phase, this is that pre-purchase, this is that pre-release, that is actually where you are. This is a pre-release phase. And so you actually get to come participate. And why you? Well, because many of you have been with us, whether you joined today, you joined here for the first time, or you were here with us 4 years ago when we launched this movement, then guess what? That's why it's for you, to give you the opportunity to get in something and be on that front end. And when you look, what Mr. Rogers just explained to you all is we didn't do this for us. Nothing we have ever done is about us. It is always about you. It's always about legacy. It's always about families. It's always about putting people in a better economic position, in a better economic situation. And so when you look, just look at the proceeds right here. Philanthropy, giving back to our community, giving back is ultimately where the majority of the proceeds are going to go. So this is truly a token with a purpose. And when you think philanthropy, most of the time that philanthropy is on the back end. It's because I am now successful, I now want to give back. Well, we wanted to shift that dynamics, because the reality is you receive when you give. We're sowing. We want to make sure that economically the world is impacted. If that's the vision from the very beginning, we're gonna always walk in that same spirit, that same anointing, as to where we're giving back. And so because we continue to give back, lives are being changed around the world. And that's the same space and place we want to make sure that we always operate in. And so the pillars that he literally just mentioned are broken down for you right here. All right. Now, as we keep going. All right. And so I just kind of want you to take a look, right? You can get a copy of the white paper, a trailer, understand the economic justice that's behind it. And this is actually our core team. And so you can definitely see some of the individuals that we're connected with that have actually helped us make this happen. And this is our core team that we're working with. And so we talk about credibility. You talk about people that definitely have reach and are having significant impact in the world already. Well, guess what? They want to do the exact same thing. And so these are the individuals that we're connected with that are really assisting us and ensuring that this token is that preferred token, right? This token is the token with a purpose. And then, of course, let's talk about brand ambassadors. Let's talk about, people that are rallying behind what we're doing to make this successful, because they believe and they also see the significance and impact and giving back. And so we're going to keep these mics. Let me lock it real quick. So here we go. So now what I'm saying is when you really take a look at this, why is this significant? Because when you think about when Dr. King, I'm going to point out one brand ambassador really quickly. When Dr. King was assassinated, it is because this is literally where his message shifted, okay? This is literally where the shift and the change happened. And so we have individuals that are in his legacy that has made it their life's work. This is his nephew, and he made it his life's work to participate in a non-violence ministry, the Kingian non-violence ministry, and continuing those works. And so ultimately, this is something that he believes in, and it's something that, let's pass the torch, let's keep it going, let's make sure that message. So when we talk about, when we talk about legacy, when we talk about impact, because now it is allowing not only the movement that has started in birth, but it's allowing the movement to continue and to press forward. And so I just really want you to understand, because these are some of the most influential ministry leaders in the United States. And then, of course, we have individuals, veterans, admirals, just a king, just many celebrities, individuals that are rallying behind to say, you know what? This is it. And as a matter of fact, you saw Kathy Scott and myself or Miss Kathy Scott as a core team member. This is one of our brand ambassadors, and he's also having a fight this weekend, and we'll be there representing, but they are also going to be representing Kingdom Currency. So you should be at an expo, but when that expo is over, you actually get to stream the fight, or if you're already there, you'll be able to watch it. but this is where we'll be, and you'll see Kingdom Currency represented. So we wanted to make sure that you have the opportunity to be able to participate before it's just shared with the world. And so, like I said, you can see some of our brand ambassadors, you know, you see some of your educators and people that you hear from all the time. All right. Now, what I want to do is walk you through how to set up your account. Are you excited? Come on with me. Y'all know I like feedback. I like to talk to you. I enjoy being on this call with you. I like to connect and communicate. So let me know, are you excited? Are you ready to participate? Are you ready to give back? Are you ready to serve while earning? That's what we want to make sure where you are and what you're doing. So, you know, drop it in the chat, drop it in the chat, drop it in the chat. Oh, I miss you too. I miss you too. Now, I see a hand up. Drop your question in the chat. We don't unmute mics on this call, but go ahead and drop your question in the chat. I promise you I'm going to answer it. Yes, it is so important. This is so important, and that's why we're doing it. And so this is where you say, you know what? I am so excited to be a part of the movement. I am so excited because you represent this as well. You represent BYOB, you represent Kingdom Currency as well. You are a representative of the largest. You are a part. You represent. It is in you. So if you are a part of BYOB and you walk around, so yes, you are an ambassador. You are a member, right? That is who you are. Now let's get registered. We're going to click log in, okay? Log in. There we go. I'm so excited to be a part of this movement. And you want to register now. So we're going to get registered. So you have to put your real name. So now we're talking about KYC. Now we're talking about know your customer. We're talking about being legal. And so you have to put your name, your real name, not your nickname, email address. Now this email address, you know, you want to make sure it's an email that you own. And, you know, so don't use your work email, then you don't have a job next week, okay? So I need to make sure, because, you know, I know we're here to fire our boss. So make sure you use the email that you own. Now, you want to get those passwords and things together, right? So you definitely want to do that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to log in. All right, I'm going to log in because there are a few things I want to make sure that you get set up properly. Definitely a few things that I want to make sure that you all get set up properly. Give me 1 second. Let me get the 2FA. All right. So when you log in, okay, when you log in, you're going to see a few things across the top. All right, a few things across the top. Now, I want you to come to where your name is and you see that last login. There's a little drop down arrow. So when you first log in for the first time, you're not going to see any of this. All right. You will not see any of this in here. OK, so what you're going to see, because this is going to be locked. It's going to be locked till you're verified. So now I want you to come in here to your profile. Now, when you come to your profile, I need you to fill out all of this information. OK. This is what you need to fill it out. Now, of course, for the purposes of Zoom, there's information on here that is not relevant. It is not going to be exposed to you all, but yours has to be accurate. Okay. It cannot say none you like mine does. Okay. But yours has to be accurate. You have to put that information in there. And so this is part of your verification. Social Security number, absolutely, because we are in compliance with all U.S. regulations and laws, which means that's to know your customer, and which means that we have, you know, obviously things get turned in for tax information. So you have to make sure that you put that Social Security number in there. All right. Now, I'm going to come here and I'm going to go to my KYC. You still with me? Now, your KYC. This is your driver's license, ID, passport, okay? Front of your driver's license. You are going to put a picture there. Once again, it is going to be your driver's license. It's not going to be a random picture like mine is, okay? It is going to be your driver's license. Now, why is mine like that? Obviously, because we're on Zoom. We are being broadcasted, you know, and that's information that's not necessary for everybody. But you're going to have to put that ID. You're going to have to put the back of that, and then you're going to put a selfie. Now, this is going to be a picture of you holding your license. you know, this is going to be a picture of you holding that license. And so you have to do that. And then of course you'll submit. You'll see submit buttons right there. All right. So you have to upload those pictures. And then you want to come to your bank account information. So you want to add a bank. So when you add your bank information, you want to fill this out. Now, this is obviously if you use routing or Swift, it's going to be dependent on your dependent on where you're located, where you're physically located. And so do I have any questions? Because this is literally no different than you setting up a broker account, a bank account, whatever you have to do. It's literally no different. Any questions, comments, or testimonies so far? All right. And so what's going to happen is you're actually going to go ahead and you're going to, like I said, you're going to set that information up. Now, right here, when I say you're on the front end, now you have an opportunity to where you're literally in a position to be on the front end, because the initial wave, right? If I come and I look, that initial wave is literally $400 investment. And so it's a $400 purchase that you're making into yourself. And so that is the minimum. And in each phase, that amount obviously is going to increase as the tokens become available. So I'm going to show you how you can go ahead and take advantage of that. Now we are doing ACH transfers, or you can actually come and you can make deposits, and you can make deposits with the cryptocurrencies that's available. So there are tokens that if you are already a holder of cryptocurrency, of any of the Bitcoins, the Ethereums, any of the tokens that you see listed, you can come make a deposit with that. Also, what I want to show you though is the fiat currency, because what we're utilizing is ACH transfer. And so with ACH transfer, one of the simplest ways and the most cost efficient that we're always on the lookout for you all, is an application called Wise. Okay, it's an application called Wise. And so hold on one second. I did not mean to do that. Let me get this back up. Let me see. So with this application, all right, what I want to be able to do, I'm getting my screen share going back here. I'm trying to get this screen share back. So what you want to do is you want to be able to come and create an account. That's what you're going to do. So you're going to come here, you're going to register, okay? You're going to register and you're going to create an account, all right? And so what you do, once you do that and you create that account, you register, what's ultimately going to happen is you're going to be able to utilize that to transfer money and to make that deposit. And so when you create that account, you're going to verify your information. And I'm just going to log back in really quickly. And I just want to show you guys. All right. So when you go, you're just going to go to send money. And you're going to send money to BYOB. You're going to send money to Be Your Own Bank. And that's ultimately. So once it's saved in there, it's saved in there. But you're going to send from your bank, or you'll send from your Wise account, because you'll be able to make a Wise account in there. And you'll send the money to Kingdom Currency. And the information that you send it to is actually, I'll give you that information. As far as the account information, it's in the frequently asked questions. It's in the frequently asked questions on the exchange. Now, I do want to show you what you have to do after you make that account. Okay, I definitely want to show you, because what I do like about Wise is the fact that when you come here, all right, I'm gonna open up this account, and when I open this up, when I come here and you send it, what you're able to do is download the receipt. You're gonna need this receipt. You download this receipt. And when you come back to the exchange, like let's say I wanted to, you're going to put a little bit over because you have to cover those gas fees. So when you come in here and you make that deposit, you put that transaction ID, you upload the proof, and obviously it's a deposit. And you'll deposit that in. Once the money hits, it's an ACH transaction, takes about 24 hours. You can actually go in and buy your tokens. It's very, very self-explanatory. It's definitely self-explanatory. And like I say, the instructions that you're gonna need, they're actually down at the frequently asked questions, where it'll just like deposits via Wise, and it just walks you through step by step as far as what you need to do, and how to make that transfer. Now, when you put in our name or email, it should automatically populate, but if it does not, this is the information that you need to send from the United States and to send if you're sending it internationally. It is step by step, the instructions for what you need to do. And we just wanted to make it as simple as possible for you. Any questions, comments, or testimonies? Questions, comments, or testimonies? Questions, comment. All right, so we ready? We ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? So now, see, that's the difference. When you talk about mind and you talk about, you know, this is not Bitcoin. BTC is where mining happens. So this is actually on the Binance network. So this is not. So it's wise.com. Yes, it is. It's wise.com. So I'm gonna log back in. Just kind of want to show you. So the other sites, that's why they talk about energy with Bitcoin and things like that. So that's why they have other blockchains as well. Definitely have other blockchains. So let me see, gotta get that. Yes, it's wise.com, wise.com. All right, so what I want to also show you is, you guys, you have the ability to come and trade. So one of the things is our token is paired with those currencies as well. And so you actually have the opportunity to come in on the trading charts and actually, place orders and actually come through and do some trading as well. So whatever it is that you're looking to trade, as you can see, the same liquidity that's flowing through the trade chart, I can definitely come in here and BYOB it, right? We're going to BYOB it. We're going to BYOB it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to BYOB it. I can come in here and I can put what I need to put on here as far as that's concerned. And, we could, wrong one. I want that. I don't want that. So, you come in here and you can actually come in here and place trades, and you can actually trade on here as well. So, and whichever one, but yeah, it's the BYOB token. So it's Kingdom Currency, and the ticker, the token is BYOB, but it's Kingdom Currency for a token with a purpose. All right. Questions, comments. So you can come, you can purchase and hold, you can come trade, whatever it is you are looking to do. All right, guys. Well, awesome. And if you guys don't have any other questions or comments, who's going to get some accounts set up today, tonight, before we go to bed? Who is going to get? You signed up over a week ago. How do you log back in? If you signed up, log back in. Now, I will tell you this, you have to do that KYC. You have to do, let me show you. You have to do that KYC. I'm telling you now, you must do that. You have to upload that information in order for you to have access, okay? You must. So, and if you can see where you log back in, but just go in and make sure that KYC is and that information. Now let's talk about the beautiful thing about it, okay? There is an opportunity, guys, for you to also, well, you good, but there's an opportunity for you to definitely come in and understand that you have the opportunity to actually give out a referral link, okay? And so you can track your referrals, all right? But you have the opportunity, how you say you in it, huh? So you have the opportunity to definitely come in and create referrals. So your referral link, now, I can't see this referral link, so please don't message me and say, what's my referral link? You have to log in, no, this is not the vibrato. This is not the vibrato. This is not the vibrato. This is kingdomcurrency.exchange. This is kingdomcurrency.exchange. So this is a token. This is a cryptocurrency token and an exchange. So now, where you come is you click referral, you grab that link, and that's the link that you want to be able to give people, okay? That's the link that you want to be able to give out. And what will happen is when you look at your history, you will actually see the individuals, you'll see the referral history, and you'll see the individuals who have actually registered with your referral link, and they'll all be listed there. So, I mean, like you see, you come here and they'll all be listed there, whoever registered with that link. Questions, comments, questions, testimony. But no, you're not gonna find this on a vibrato. Kingdomcurrency.exchange. It's right here at the top. It's kingdomcurrency.exchange. And the token, the ticker is BYOB. So next year, you'll be able to find it on all of you. This will actually be available on other exchanges at next year. But right now we're in that pre-phase. And so you had the opportunity, but you have to come to kingdomcurrency.exchange to be able to purchase. All right. So ticker is BYOB, right? That's the ticker, BYOB. Well, thank you. Congratulations to you, though. Congratulations to you all, because this is actually for each and every last one of you all. So we appreciate it. I promise you that. We definitely appreciate it. But this is definitely for each and every last one of you. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, right? You already know, ladies and gentlemen, if you are excited and you are ready, let's get those fire emojis. We're going to talk about some BYOB cash out. I want to make sure that we have any of those questions, comments, or testimonies before we move forward. Questions, comments, or testimonies. There we go. There we go. I see it. 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 I see. I like that one. I like that one. And thank you for the birthday wishes. Thank you. It's Thursday, but thank you in advance. I thank you. Oh, we are grateful that you are here with us as well. We are so grateful for you all. So let us see. All right, I'm going once, going twice. We're going to do a little BYOB cash out this evening. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do a little BYOB cash out this evening. That's what we're going to do. So now, ladies and gentlemen, now let's see here. Who's registered? Who is registered? Who is already registered while we on this call? Who is registered while we on this call? Who is registered? I love it. There we go. Let's do it. Let's go get those purchases. Let's go. Let's go get that token, right? Now you guys know what this song means, right? That new type of money, that new type of currency, right? Now you guys, when you hear this song, you know what it means. So I'm going to take it back. I just want you to hear that, and I'm going to turn this call over.
Currently, we gonna teach you how to compound it while you're earning it. It's that new type of money. That's a different type of currency. Hey, you can be your own bank and take your time while you learn.
Currency. Now you know. You've been hearing it, but now you know. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am so excited. I am. I promise I am. Yeah, now you know. So now this song have a whole nother meaning. And if you now, who has the app? Let me get a 555. Who has the app? Let me get a 555 in the chat. Do we have the app? Are you getting your updates? Do you have the app? I need you to get registered for Kingdom Currency. I need to make sure that you have the app. We want to keep in the know. Make sure you have the app because you want to be in the know. So go download that app right now. If you do not have it, you want to make sure you are in the know. All right. And I want to salute each and every last one of our educators, guys. Yes, be in the know. So I want to salute each and every last one of our educators. I am so excited. Now, look, this call schedule grows with you. You evolve and you elevate throughout the week. That is what it's designed for. It's designed to take you from the basics, understand, exactly what you need to know to begin to understand the strategy. I'm about to turn this call over in just a moment to a phenomenal individual, but I love the reality that she's been able to take the strategy and help you see it with such clarity. And then, seriously, that 5 a.m. call, see, I did the calls, I already know. That 5 a.m. call, you want to be plugged in because you have to know the market in order to trade the market effectively. It's enroll, learn, and profit. Enroll, learn, and profit. And that's just how it works, right? That's definitely how it works. And so you want to make sure that you are plugged in because you're gonna, that 5 a.m. call bridges that gap between the basics of the education, the understanding, the know, right? It definitely helps you from that perspective. And then you're gonna dive in, right? You dive in to where you really, really begin to understand what is taking place and understand the market. Your success lies in making sure you understand the market. So you do not want to skip a call. There is no preference. You want to make sure that you are plugged in because the calls evolve. And I'm going to tell you, the individuals that I see plugged in consistently to these calls, I'm telling you right now, from the basics to the advanced, there's a complete difference and shift in their trade accounts. So I got to salute our educators because here we are, they're going 5 months strong. We're in the month of May, 5 months strong. And the commitment and dedication that they have is a true blessing to be able to know and sit back and trust and know that they are going to show up and they're going to give it everything that they have in order for you to be successful. And then to turn around and running these expos and standing up and making sure that all of this takes place each and every single month, the coordinations to do what's required for your family, not for their family, for your family. So show up and make sure you put someone in front of this. And after you just heard what you just heard about Kingdom Currency, you want to make sure you show up and you show up because this is the movement. This is the movement. And this movement is going to put you in the know. And so you definitely want to make sure that you do that. But I'm going to move out of the way because we're still going to walk you through. We're still going to make sure that you understand the basics of understanding BYOB Cash Out, understanding what this movement is all about, because I know you're excited about giving back, but I know you want to know exactly what this is all about. So I'm going to pause, I'm going to move, I'm going to step and turn this over. Seriously, the basics educator, keeping it simple, making sure you truly understand in its simplicity how to dive in and remove any barriers to your success to begin the process of your complete understanding. So I'm going to turn this call over to none other than Miss Anderson. Miss Tanya Anderson, are you on the line?
I am on the line. I'm on the line. Thank you so much. My goodness. Wow, wow, wow. This is a mic drop moment. We are in the right place at the right time with the right leaders. You just heard from the mastermind team. I call them the dream team. Why? Because they are making it possible for all of our dreams to become a reality. So, ladies and gentlemen, you just heard from the trade whisper. You just heard from the visionary. Let's drop a TAG in the chat for this historic moment in time where we're now able to be our own bank in yet another way. Not only are we able to learn a skill set, not only do we have our own debit card, not only do we have our own app, our own token and an exchange. Oh my goodness, we are actually walking out being our own bank in a major way. So don't take this moment in time for granted. Let's show them our virtual love for having the vision, the fortitude, the commitment, the heart, the strength, the courage, and the conviction to make this a reality. So TAG in the chat, thank you both so much. We love and appreciate all you do for us. And we know the best is yet to come, because now this is where we roll up our sleeves and we go to work learning and mastering this skill set. We must pour into these expos this weekend. We need as many people there as possible to learn about not only the skill set, but now kingdom currency. So it's going to be a historic weekend because of all the momentum moving into this weekend. So get registered before those tickets go up. Download the app, simplify your life. Make sure you are one step away or one click away from your phone for all the information you need on our website. And get the card. Pay yourself for spending money, for paying bills, 0.5% back, cash back every single month. We already gave kudos to our leadership, but we can't do it enough. So let's make sure that we keep them lifted in prayer to continue on this mission, this vision to help us be our own bank. And as we continue to multiply, we continue to add educators to the platform. We know we are a global organization and we are continuing to grow. We are the largest economic empowerment movement in the history of mankind. This is a historic day. We want to mark our calendars. May the 16th is when the exchange opened up for purchasing of the kingdom currency, the token. We want to make sure that we mark that. That is a journal moment, you all. 2 million families financially educated, impacted, and empowered, enrolled, already learning and profiting from the market. So all of this came to be because of a thought, an idea, an affirmation. And what we want to do is make sure that when we come together, we are affirming what it is we want. We want to get rid of those thoughts that are not creating. In life, things are either helping or hindering whatever it is you're looking to accomplish. So when you affirm, you are helping yourself create your future. So I am a BYOB master trader. I am the signal. All my trades end in profit. I am an educated trader. I am a profitable trader. I am 777. I am anointed for wealth and I am a billionaire. These are our core affirmations. Add to them, don't take away. Create that positive mindset. That's where your wealth starts, in your mind. You then give off those positive vibes. That's when things begin to be attracted to you that you're looking for in your life. And then you lead a positive life. So it's all about good vibrations. So when we talk about the skill set, now you can think of it on a whole new level. The skill set allows for you to free yourself. It's all about time freedom and financial freedom all at the same time. So there are people in life who have a lot of money, but don't have a lot of time. There are those who have a lot of time and may not have a lot of money. And so we are bridging that gap. So you can have a lot of time and money by learning this skill set. And guess what? As you learn the skill set and master your skill, your craft, you are then able to invest more in the currency, and that drives the value up in that token. So not only do we have an opportunity of a lifetime, in terms of positioning, but we have control over the value of the token because as we create more finances for ourselves and as we invest more in the token, guess what? The value increases. As we share this information with the people we know and they take advantage of the timing of the token, the value increases. So we have an opportunity to control the value of the token by doing the things that we're teaching you all to do. If that's exciting to you, knowing you have control of the value of the token by investing, by sharing the information with other people, drop a 777 in the chat. You don't have to sit back and wait for the value to increase. We have the opportunity to take control ourselves and create our own economy through Kingdom Currency tokens. So my goodness, I can hardly sit still tonight because of the moment in time in which we sit today, thanks to the visionary and the trade whisperer. Oh my goodness. So now let's master this skill set so that 100% of our trades end in profit. It's a very simple skill set. Don't add anything to it. Don't take anything away from it. Exercise discipline, exercise patience, and you will definitely profit. So we're going to talk about our simple terms, which are the indicators. We want to identify the indicators so that we know what to look for when we're analyzing our trade. So number one, we know that an indicator is a tool used to analyze future prices. So your stochastic is the leading indicator, meaning that this is the first thing that we look at when we analyze our trades. The stochastic measures the momentum of price and gives clues about trend shifts. Remember, the trend is your friend. When you're trading, you trade with the trend. It is used to indicate when an asset moves into an overbought or oversold position. Then you have our lagging indicators, one of which is the Hikinashi candle. These are trend candles that help identify whether the market is pushing an asset's value up, down, or sideways. And then you have the parabolic stop and reverse. We refer to it as the PSAR. It is the second lagging indicator. It's a small cross that outlines candles used to determine your stop loss, your entry, and or your exit points for a trade. So these are our indicators. This is as simple as can be. So we want to teach you the recipe to success. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. So drop a 1, 2, 3 in the chat because we're going to keep it simple. Keep it super simple is how I like to do every single thing in life. In life, sometimes we complicate things and get in our own way, and we prolong our success. We prolong our joy. We prolong our happiness. But if we just keep it simple and follow these 3 simple steps, guess what? The life of your dream is right around the corner. So number 1, what do? We review the stochastic. Number 2, we review the Hikinashi candles. Number 3, we review the location of the PSAR. So in this particular strategy, we are looking for price to decrease and increase. So the word sell is just a synonym for decrease. The word buy is a synonym for increase. We're not selling anything literally. We're not buying anything literally. We're looking for prices to decrease or to increase in the market as we're analyzing our foreign exchange pairs, because this is a beginner's call, but this strategy works on everything that moves in the market. So step number 1, you review the stochastic. The stochastic is a blue and a red line that travels on the bottom of our vibrata within a purple shaded rectangle. The top of the purple shaded rectangle is the 80 marker. The bottom is the 20. So as it relates to price decreasing, we're looking for the blue and the red line to hover around the 80 marker at the top of the purple shaded area. Once the blue line crosses over the red line in a downward position, then we know that price is beginning to decrease. When those lines are hovering above the 80 marker, it represents a stronger sell. Once those lines begin to head down towards the bottom of the purple shaded area, which is the 20 marker. The second thing we do is we identify the Hikinashi candles. We are looking for the first red candle we see with a flat top. This indicates a strong sell when you see that flat top. Now, when a wick begins to form on the top of the candle, it indicates a trend reversal. So we're looking for the stochastic to be hovering around the 80. That's the blue and the red line. Once the blue line crosses over the red and points down towards the 20, we know price is decreasing or selling. Then we're looking for a red candle with a flat top. And then thirdly, we're looking for the PSAR, or the small cross that looks like a dot, to end up above that first red candle with the flat top that you see. And that is what we're looking for in that order as we're looking to identify a good trade setup. Now, the PSAR adds extra confirmation, and these are the steps that we take on the 15-minute chart. This is where we start the analysis. Now, when we're looking for price to increase, we're looking for just the opposite of everything I just described. So we're not buying anything literally. We are looking for price to increase. So we look for the blue and the red line, which is the stochastic, to hover around the 20 or below the 20. Can you all hear me better? Can you all hear me okay? Drop a yes if you can hear me okay. Okay. Okay, thanks. All right, so the stochastic is when you're looking for price to increase, you're looking for the blue line to cross over the red line in an upward position around the 20, which is at the bottom of the purple shaded area when we're looking at our vibrato. So we're looking for the blue line to cross over the red line and to point up towards the 80. And when that blue and red line end up below the 20 marker and starts to push up towards the 80, that represents a stronger buy. All right, the lower the lines are, and then they begin to start heading up, that means it's a stronger buy. Then the second thing you're looking for is a green candle with a flat bottom. You're looking for a green candle with a flat bottom. The flat bottom indicates a strong buy. However, when that wick begins to form on the bottom of the candle, it indicates a trend reversal. So price is beginning to go in the opposite direction when you see those wicks. And then the third step is to identify that PSAR that drops below the green candle with the flat bottom. This adds for extra confirmation with a buy or an increase in price. So we're looking for price to either decrease, and we call that a sell entry when we're entering the trade on our MetaTrader 4, or we're looking for price to increase, and we're entering a buy when we're entering our trade on our app, which is the MetaTrader 4. If you all are with me and that makes sense, if you're clear, drop a 111 in the chat. Drop a 111 in the chat if you're clear. If you have questions, drop a question mark, because our goal is to leave here with complete clarity so that you can practice looking for setups in your demo account tonight if you're new, and then be prepared to begin to take profit tomorrow morning when we're live in the market. All right. Excellent. So now what are we going to do? We're going to pull up the vibrato so that we can show you exactly what we were just describing that we want you to look for when you're beginning to execute a trade. So I'm going to go to my vibrato. I'm going to pull it up so that we can talk about what to look for when you're executing a trade. So this is a beginner's call. We're going to focus on, let me go to here. We're going to focus on the foreign exchange pairs. Let me bring up, my computer is moving slow now. I apologize, you all. I apologize. Let's see here. All right, here we go. Okay, so we're gonna back up a little bit. We're gonna back up. Well, we'll stay right here. for the sake of time. So when you're looking to open up your vibrata, I want to make sure you all can see the vibrata. We're on the pick a strategy page. Drop a 777 if you can see pick a strategy on my Zoom. Are you all with me? Can you hear me? Okay, excellent. Thank you so much. So when you are looking to go to the vibrata, what you're going to do is you're going to go to the website, imlwebanalyzer.com. That's where you're going to go to access the vibrata. When you go to that website, you're going to key in your username and password that you created when you opened your Academy account with I Am Academy. You're going to use the same username or password because you can't have access to the vibrata without being enrolled in the Academy. So you definitely want to always have access to the vibrata. This is where we analyze our trades. When you open that up and you sign in, then you're going to see the landing page. You're going to see none other than the visionary himself, who's the spokesperson for the vibrata, Mr. Gerald D. Rogers, the visionary himself, who was sought after to approve this tool. So kudos once again to our leadership. Then at the top left-hand side, you're going to see go to app. You're going to click that. And then you're going to see a chart that won't say that won't be the BYOB cash out chart. So at the bottom, you'll see the word strategy, and then you'll click there in the space next to strategy. It'll bring you to this page that asks you to pick a strategy. So the strategy of choice, of course, is our copywritten BYOB cash out strategy created by the Trade Whisperer herself, Miss Tasha M. Dyer. So you click on these drop down arrows. You click on BYOB cash out here. If you want your cha-ching on so that you are alerted when triggers occur, you click on right here. If you like the dark mode that I'm showing you, you click on. If you want the white background when you're analyzing your charts, you see a white background with your chart, click off. And then if you want your details, which is our watch list, the most popularly traded pairs, the news, and you want price to be shown in large numbers, you click on here. And then your language of choice here, you click save. Go back up, click save next to BYOB cash out. And then you want to click on this yellow rectangle, save settings and reload. And then that will take you back to the vibrata to your chart. So I'm clicking mine, but it is not going back for some reason. I'm clicking, let me see what I need to do here. I'm gonna stop sharing for a minute and kind of refresh everything because it looks like everything is frozen for some reason. So let me see what I can do here. All right, bear with me. My apologies, you all. You gotta love technology. You gotta love it. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Let's see. Okay, here we go. So here we are. We're in the vibrata. And now what I'm gonna do is click down here at the bottom so I can get the setups or the triggers. So if I click this icon here, this will give me my Forex alerts. So because this is a beginner's call, a beginner's training, we're focusing only on Forex pairs. So here, because we have access to this phenomenal tool, we have these alerts. So these alerts are triggered during a correction. So what does that mean? For example, if I click on EUR-AUD, there was a trigger that happened 5 minutes ago on the 5-minute chart. So that means that price was increasing in a buy, but then it began to pull back in a sell. So here we go. We see the correction happening here. The price was increasing, increasing, increasing. Boom, it began to correct. And that's when this trigger occurred. All right. So these triggers occur during a correction. Why is that significant? Because we look for setups based upon prices moving out of a correction and back into a trend. So this is a good way to create a watch list for you. It condenses the time that it takes for you to actually go to each currency pair individually to figure out where movement is happening or where good setups may be. Here is a good way to build your watch list. So here on the right of that, you see the symbol, which is EURAUD. It stands for Euro/Australian dollar. So these are the two currency pairs here. And then for beginners, you want to focus on 3 charts. Focus on the 5-minute chart, the 15-minute chart, and the 1-hour chart. Why are we focused on these charts? So the 15-minute chart, that's where we start our analysis. When we're looking to find a good trade setup, we start on the 15-minute chart. We analyze there. We look to the hour for the direction of price. And then we look to the 5-minute for our entry. All right, so we start on the 15-minute chart. And then I just want to point out on the far right here, this is price. And at the bottom, you see the time. When you place your cursor here on the screen, it'll show you the date as well as the time. The time is the universal time. So the universal time right now is 2:12. You'll notice this trigger happened at 2:05 and it was 9:05 Central Time. That's my time zone here. So you know the difference by just looking here. It shows you your current local time and then universal time. All right. So now when you're analyzing, you're looking at a live trade. So this is the most recent candle, this candle here to the far right. This is the most recent candle. This is where price is, where you see this line and this green box here. That's the actual price. And then when you see this, the stochastic, the blue and the red line, the end of each line, that represents where price is currently. So price is currently showing that it's increasing because the blue line is above the red pointing upward. So that indicates price is increasing. All right. So this is where you look first. Remember, this is your leading indicator. Your Hikinashi candle is a lagging indicator. Right, and then you look for your PSAR. Okay, so right here to the far right, where there's nothing to the right of the candle and there's nothing to the right of these two ends of the line, that's where you begin your analysis. This is live in the market. But on these calls, what we do is we go back in time and show you a setup that has already played out so you know what it looks like when you're identifying a trade that's ready for you to enter. All right. So now what we're going to do is talk about the BYOB cash out strategy and show you a great entry point for a trade. So we're going to look at this particular example here. Now, when we look at the stochastic, we're looking for price to either be overbought. When price is overbought, the stochastic is above or around the 80. Like here, it's way overbought right in here. And when price is oversold, the stochastic is here around the 20. Okay? Overbought means price increase, and it hit the 80 marker and continue to increase. When price is oversold, price decreased, and it went either around or below the 20. So here's an example of price is oversold. This is a great example here of price being overbought. So for a beginner, you're looking for the stochastic to be around or above the 80 for a sell entry, because you expect price to go down from this point. Or you're looking for price to be oversold and you're waiting for the stochastic to turn around and head up towards the 80. So let's just talk about what we see here. We see the stochastic is right here on the 20. So we know that eventually it's going to continue to rise, right? And we're going to look for a buy setup. So here we are on the 15-minute chart. The stochastic here is around the 20. So you notice, boom, it stayed around this 20 area for quite some time. It looked like it was entering into a buy, but then consolidation happened from here all the way to here. So here, this was not a good time to enter a trade for a while from this point here all the way over to this point here. Trying to draw my circle. This represents consolidation. I'm trying to bring it all the way over here. There. All right. So even though the stochastic was around the 20 here, the setup wasn't ready until we got way over here. So that's when we talk about patience, profit. You don't want to force a trade. So when price broke out of this consolidated area here, you still have the blue line then crossed over the red, began to point up towards the 80 from the 20. You look for the green candle with the flat bottom. This candle here has a little bitty wick. So you would have waited for this candle here, and you have a P star right here below the green candle with the flat bottom. I'm going to make the P star a little bigger so you understand what I'm looking at and you can see it clearly. So here we go. So this would have been the candle that you would have been waiting for based upon this stochastic. Remember, on the 15-minute chart, you want the blue line to be above the red line, pointing up towards the 80. You want the green candle to have a flat bottom, which you see right here, and a P star underneath that candle. So now what I'm going to do, because we're looking at a historical trade that already played out, I'm going to drop a vertical line here because I'm going to look for time frame confluence on the 1 hour and the 5 minute to show you what you should be looking for. But this is what you would have seen if this was a live trade. There would have been nothing to the right of the candle or the stochastic. This is what you would have seen. So you wouldn't need this vertical line here to mark this area because a live trade is at the end. But because we're going back and studying what already happened, and I'm marking this up because when I go from one time frame to another, then I want to be at this very same moment in time. So this is what we look for on the 15-minute chart. I'm going to go to my 1 hour chart. On the 1 hour chart, I look for two things. The stochastic needs to be pointing up. The blue line needs to be above the red or to the left of the red, right? And you need a green candle. So we have that here. As long as this candle is not a doji candle, which means it's flashing back and forth between red and green, there's way more wick than candle, then that's not ready. But if you see this stochastic pointing up, you have the blue line above the red, you have a green candle. That is all you need on the 1 hour to confirm that that's a good setup. Now, if you do have a green candle with a flat bottom, that's extra confirmation. On the 1 hour, it's stronger confirmation. And if you do have a green candle with a flat bottom and a P star, that's even stronger, but not necessary for you to execute your trade. Any questions, comments? Is that clear on the 1 hour chart? If it's clear, drop a 555 in the chat. If you understand what to look for on the 1 hour chart, drop a 555 in the chat. This is all about mastery, you all. We want to, have an eye of a sniper. So we enter perfectly and our trades end in profit 100% of the time. And we wait for the perfect setup, the perfect climate. The news stories have passed. We're not getting in right before a red folder or during a red folder where we have the perfect timing, right? Okay, and then we look at the 5 minute chart. So now I'm going to bring this over. And what do we need to see for a buy on a 5 minute chart? We need the stochastic to be pointing up, the blue line above the red, or the stochastic can be moving sideways as long as it's not pointing down. And we need a green candle with a flat bottom. If we have that, either the stochastic pointing up, the blue line above the red pointing up, and a green candle with a flat bottom, or the stochastic moving to the side, not pointing down, but moving sideways, and we have a green candle with a flat bottom, then that's enough confirmation on the 5-minute chart for us to then press the button and enter the trade. All right, any questions, comments, or testimonies about that buy explanation? Are we clear? If we're clear, drop a 111 in the chat if that made sense to you. And you can go and find historical data to show you when you could have entered a trade. If that makes sense, drop a 111. So if you can do that, you can identify a live trade. So now it's time to evaluate and practice. Practice, practice, practice the perfect way will make perfect practice. Okay? So now, for the sake of time, we're going to go into a transition. We're going to transition back into the slides. At any point in time, if you have a question, I want you to drop a question mark in the chart. If you have a question at any point in time, drop a question mark in the chart. So we talk about compounding because we just want people to know that there are two types of people, those who compound in and those who compound out. Those who compound in create wealth. Those who compound out, they provide the wealth for those who compound in. So I want to talk briefly about trading styles, because when you get involved in trading, you want to establish a relationship with the market. How do you determine your relationship with the market? How do you make sure that the market begins to talk to you? You have to spend time analyzing your trades. So just as we spent time analyzing that historical trade, that historical data for that trade entry that we just went over, you want to spend your own personal time doing that as well with the currency pairs. So you establish, a good time for you based upon your lifestyle, your schedule, your commitments that work well. And then that's how you begin to design your trading plan. So you have to determine your trading style. It's not for anyone else to decide, it's for you to decide. So your trading styles can be compared to cars, right? So you have 3 trading styles. You have scalping, which is when you're capturing profits based upon small price changes. Then you have the intraday trader who captures prices based upon price changes throughout the day. And then you have your swing traders where you capture price profits based upon days, weeks, or months of price changes. So when you are a beginner and you're going for 10 pips, that is a basic, that's something introductory that you can learn, that you are learning in order to master the skill set. After you master the skill set, it's up to you to decide what works best for you based upon your personality. If you like to capture small movements with higher lot sizes or longer movements with smaller lot sizes, it's all about risk and reward. But it's your decision. There is no right or wrong answer. You decide what works best for you. As long as you are having 100% of your trades end in profit or a high percentage of your trades end in profit, and you're able to hit your financial goals, fantastic. So it's totally up to you, your style. So I was going through some old pictures and saw a picture of our garage. So we had a variety of cars in the garage at the same time, and they all do different things. They all perform differently, but when we got into any one of these cars, we were able to go wherever we wanted to go. So if we wanted to take a leisurely drive in comfort, then we would get into this S550 sedan. If we wanted to go a little bit faster, but in comfort as well. Sorry, you guys. Then we could choose the Maserati sedan. But if we wanted to go fast, we could pick the SL550 coupe. They all would get us to the same destination, but in a different way, right? So that is what you want to compare your style to. It's a preference. So it's not anybody can assign anything to you. You decide how you want to ride the wave of the market, right? So in the beginning, you're going to start slow. You're going to be going for your 10 pips. And then you decide whether you like to scalp, intraday trade, or swing trade. So we want you all to get your phones out so that you can understand how you stay plugged in and turned on in this space. So you have resources. The main resource here is the BYOB Movement LLC.com website. And that website provides everything you need, all the directions you need in order to succeed in this space. When you first are exposed, you watch the 2-minute video. When you get started, you watch the getting started video. You then watch the power start. You can then go to the files link and get all the scheduling information you need to plug into the Zoom calls. All the steps that it takes for a brand new person to get enrolled, the recommended books. You can shop for your paraphernalia. You can sign up for your BYOB debit card. So everything that you need you can get by going to that landing webpage, our homepage, the BYOB Movement LLC.com. So go to it if you haven't gone to it, get familiar with it. Read the testimonials, understand the power behind the people that we are in business with. We have powerful business partners, and you want to understand and have pride behind our leadership and our business partners that are a part of this beautiful historical movement called BYOB. Then you want to make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Be Your Own Bank Movement is the name of it. Go to it, subscribe, like it, share it. And make sure that you go to the Getting Started library. It has everything you need in order to get to a great start. All of your Getting Started initial questions can be answered, as well as other files that are there that will give you advanced information as well. Then you want to make sure you text BYOB Cash Out to 904-567-0634. Text BYOB Cash Out to 904-567-0634. Make sure you're a part of our Telegram community so that you can see people from all over the world executing this skill set, cashing out. When you see a 777 in the chat, that means that profit has been taken. And then you want to download the Clubhouse app and be a part of our Clubhouse community as well. We have our millennials on the move and more to come in our Clubhouse environment. So make sure that you tune into that. You want to download our app as well. That was mentioned earlier. Makes everything very simple to get to the BYOB Movement website. And then you want to make sure you know when our Zoom events take place. So the calendar of events can be found on the website. When you go to More and Files, you'll see a spreadsheet, and it'll have the Zoom link and the days and times of our Zoom events. So make sure you know where to find everything you need. It's just a touch away with these resources. And then membership has its rewards. So when you are enrolled within the BYOB family, you have these privileges. You get, just for enrolling, a $200 meal voucher certificate just for making the decision to be your own bank with the movement. And then as you are in your live account and you're able to clear 60 trades in a 30-day window, 600 pips within a 30-day window, or 600 points within a 30-day window, you get airfare, 2-night hotel stay for 2. And then if you increase that amount to 100, 1,000, or 1,000, you get a 4-night resort getaway to Mexico. We call it PIP trips and pips. But you must be directly enrolled in the BYOB movement. You must redeem in 30 days and pay a nominal redemption fee. You have 2 years, however, to use the voucher. How do you get your vouchers? You must email proof of enrollment, trades, points, or PIP count to beyourownbankmovement@gmail.com. Now, that is the BYOB family. That's the privilege of being some of the privileges. Our vision, 2 million strong, enrolled, learning and profiting. And we know for a fact that this is a historic week. Make sure you're telling the kingdom currency story to everybody you know. Make sure you help them understand the value of it is that we have control of the value of it because we can control the people who are exposed to it. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it has been an extreme pleasure to be on the phone tonight. Let's make sure we give thanks. As a matter of fact, Father God, we thank you so much for this moment in time. We know that we have been selected and chosen to march out these steps of Be Your Own Bank in order to impact and empower millions globally. We're just getting started. We do not take this for granted. We appreciate all you are, all you do for us, and all that you dwell within. In Jesus' name, we pray you all have a fantastic evening. And there's a question, I'm sorry, KYC, there were instructions shown on the screen. Where is that located online when logged in? You go to the very bottom of the Kingdom Currency Exchange site to the Q&As. And then, of course, they'll be dropped in the Telegram chat as well. All right, you guys, God bless you. We love you all. Get excited, stay excited. We will see you all this weekend at the expos in 4 different cities. We love you all. God bless, be safe, and we'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning on our profit call. Good night, everybody. And the recording will be uploaded soon in the Telegram. Love you all. Good night.